Oh, wow, Les is already here. I'm not sure how that happened, but here we are. Hey, everybody, it's your buddy Trav. This is the very first episode of Free Think. And Free Think is a place where we're going to talk to people who maybe have changed their opinions on it could be their diet, their faith, their jobs, the way they live. It could also be people who have uh, passions that maybe are on the fringe of what we call the norm. The whole purpose of this is to people and find the path that got them to where they are. So, episode one, obviously working through some technical issues. Before we talk to Les and I tell you what he's here for, I got to today's sponsor, W Energy. You drink coffee all day? Well, there's a reason for that because the coffee dies out. That caffeine, you need it, right? Or do you drink those energy drinks that's like 2 bags of sugar and you get the jitters and you still crash? Well, W Energy, no sugar, no calories, no added fillers, no crash, no jitter. You get 2 servings of caffeine, the same amount of caffeine, 2 cups of coffee, and 1 little scoop of W. Now, of course, you're going to say that, but I promise you, I use this stuff. I don't advertise things that I don't believe in. Switching to W, I don't get that crash. I was awake at 3 o'clock this morning. Came into the studio, did the show, worked on the website, did work behind this wall here on the other side of the studio. Here it is, 7 p.m., and I'm here with a new friend, still kicking. W.GG, use promo code TravTalk at checkout, save 10%. I would suggest you get the sampler pack. 3 flavors plus a shaker for like $6 before the 10% count. TravTalk, W.GG. Now, all the business, we can get to the fun stuff. The very first guest, I told him before we came live, I said, look, when this gets bigger than Joe Rogan, you can always say you were the first guy. Les Durrant is here with us. And I saw Les's post. He was closer to our area. He's recently moved. I won't tell you where. He can if he wants to, but secrets. But Les documents orbs and other aerial phenomena. So Les, I have so many questions. First of all, thank you so much for being on the very first episode of Free Think.
You're welcome. Yes. Thank you so much. I did recently move from Georgia to Arkansas, and I like it here. And we lived here before, and however, it is quite humid, so I feel like I'm sitting in an oven right now. But that's all right. I'll do that. We're paying half than what we were paying in Georgia, so that's okay.
Well, you got sacrifice somewhere, right?
That's right. Yes.
All right. Yeah, and viewers, you can tell there's a little get used to that. It'll be okay, I promise you. So let's just jump right in. Les, first of all, without going into too much detail right now, just generalization. What exactly do you do when you look at the sky?
So first thing that I do when I look at the sky is I identify the main star that I'm looking at. And the best way to do that is by using a free app called Sky Map. And you can find that, I think, on both platforms. It's a Sky Map right there. Pull that up. Then what you do is you just go outside and you see, oh, okay, that's Arcturus, or that's Pollux or Cassiopeia or any of the others, Alderman, any of those. But the good thing to do is to kind of identify where your theater is, and just go outside and just kind of keep an eye on it. So every time you look up at that star, oh, that's Arcturus, or oh, that's Arcturus. Every time you go out there, you're able to identify that. Then I know use another free, it's not a free program, but you can also use a different version of it. It is Flight Radar 24, and you just tap on that and it comes up and it'll show all the different planes and everything that are out there right now. And it's the good thing about it is it'll tell me if I've got a plane above me or whatever that is. Then whenever I go outside, I'm familiar with my surroundings, and I'm even able to actually summon the crafts to come by. And people are like, whoa, what are you talking about?
Right.
Well, it's what they call CE.
Yeah. All right. Mm-hmm. Wait. Pump the brakes. I gotta work my way to that.
Okay.
When
All right. You got it.
when did when did this first start? Like, were you just out one night and you noticed? Wait a minute, there's something up there. Like, tell me about the first time you started noticing things happening.
Yep. So the very first time was 4 years ago this month, June 29th. I set up my camera and put it on a little stand outside, kind of like this. And all my phones have Velcro on the back. I kind of put that up in selfie mode. And I put it up to the sky so I could see some clouds and so I could see some planes go by and just birds and that kind of stuff. Well, as it so happened I used to live in this town called Searcy, Arkansas. It's about 45 miles from here. And the Little Rock Air Force Base flies their planes, which are C-130s, from around that area. They make one big loop from Jacksonville, Arkansas, all the way up to Searcy, Arkansas. And then I was watching it. Then all of a sudden I saw a little craft and it was following the back of them. I was like, okay, interesting. What is that? And then I started looking further and didn't look like anything that I could recognize. So I contacted Little Rock Air Force Base and I also contacted MUFON, which is the Mutual UFO Network. And they
Okay,
verified.
wait. All right. So, did you have any hesitation about calling the Air Force Base? Like, were you like, they'll think I'm crazy, or did you think that I need to know, they need to know?
Yeah, it was more. It really was more like I need to know and they need to know. I didn't know that much about UFOs at the time. I really wasn't into that. I was more probably into doing ghost hunting, and I do that as well. But definitely,
There's another
I just
episode.
decided, okay, yeah. Oh, definitely. So with that, I was able to give them the information. I put it on a USB drive. I said, look, this is what I think is following your planes. And then the assistant state director for MUFON came to my house actually, and I showed him my work, and it did end up being an unknown. And I can go ahead and kind of show you a little bit of it really quick here. Let me just go ahead and just switch it over.
And
This is actually it right
this
there.
is your this is your first one, right?
Yes, this is the very first one, and this is the one that I stuck outside. So let me go all the way back to the beginning so you can actually see me.
So
here we go. Let me go wide on this. Okay, there's me. And I'm going to come down here and reset the video on that. There we go. All right, reset. Close. Okay. There we go. One more video reset. Bring this over here. Okay. So now, basically what I'm doing is you can actually see me setting up the camera. Let's do that over here. Oh.
Right.
Let me go ahead and restart this here. There we go. It's kind of acting up on me for some reason. This actually happens occasionally. There we go.
Technology.
Yes, definitely. There we go.
Somebody doesn't want you sharing. They don't want you sharing the truth, Les.
Yeah, there we go. All right. Okay, so you can actually see me setting up the camera. You can see me kind of looking down at it and that kind of thing. So there we go. There we go. Mm-hmm. All right.
Now that thing, that's just a reflection with glasses, right? That's not it.
That's correct. Yes, that's what they call a lens flare. So after a while, once that is set, it's basically just staying there. Now you can see it on my forehead and that kind of thing. Now I'm going to move. Okay, so now anything you see,
right,
would not be a flare, right? So I'm going to show you. Let me scooch this over here just a little bit, and then I'm going to kind of show you where the very first plane is. Okay. So I'm sitting here, and here we go. You see the plane?
Okay, there's the plane. Yep.
All right. Did you see that? You probably didn't,
that
right?
Little flash thing that like. No,
yep.
I think I saw something. It went up and down, or kind of went. Yeah.
Yes, right here. Okay, that is the actual. That's the actual UFO right there. Yep. That's it. Okay. Now
it doesn't appear until the plane comes through.
Correct. Yeah.
And
now the thing about this is, since I've been playing this with this video for a long time, I've noticed a little something else in the video as well. Okay, so let's do this. Okay. Oh, let me go ahead and switch my face back over here so I'm not on there. Okay. I am using a program called SM Player, and SM Player is freeware. So if anybody wants to download that, they can. And here we go. All right. And I'm going to set this back
And
up.
this is the same video you said you just noticed something else in it.
Yes, that's correct. So let me go ahead and pull this up, and we're going to transfer this over here. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to zoom in. Okay. And my wife might come in here in a minute. She just came home, so.
Well,
Okay. All right.
He's back here.
Okay. Okay. And I apologize.
what,
Okay.
Sebastian, come on.
is that?
There.
Okay, so look like.
Okay. And one moment.
Where
I
did it go?
apologize. Oops. Okay. Let me see if I can find this here. All right. There we go.
I thought I saw it. It looked like tracer fire or something. Is that what you're looking for?
There was. Yeah, actually, this is the first. This is the very first one. Okay. Okay.
Have his attention.
Okay. Hold on just a sec.
Okay.
Okay.
So if you're just
And
tuning
actually,
in, Les Durrant is with us, and he's showing us UFOs and orbs. Oh, and he's got his furry friend with him.
Yes, definitely. All right. Okay. Yeah. And you are going live right now, correct?
Here, you gotta turn it the other way.
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Sorry, because I was going to see. I've got something that kind of came up. Hold on just a sec.
Oh,
Okay.
you on a podcast?
Oh, okay. Well, if we need to cut it short, we can. I mean,
Is that okay? Can we just do a little bit? Hold on just a sec.
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. Yeah,
So,
we can do just a
let's
quick
see
one
if
if
I
you
can
want.
jump back up. Yeah, I mean, I'm good if you need to go, obviously. But
Yeah,
if you're good to stay, I'm
sir,
good to
I do
stay.
apologize.
You let me know.
I do apologize. Is there any way we could maybe do this again? I apologize.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I'll
because
be in touch.
okay.
And
Yeah.
look, if nothing else, this was like an appetizer, and it let people get a little
Yes.
interested, and it helped me to get this program figured out. So yeah, just let me know, and
Yeah.
we'll do it again.
Yeah, and I definitely appreciate it. We'll make sure everything's all set up, and I do apologize for that. Something unfortunately came up.
Hey, life happens, man. No need to
All right.
apologize.
All right. We'll talk to you later,
All
brother.
right, take care. All right, see you, Les. Let's see here. There we go. So, unfortunately, something came up. Life happens, right? But I was just getting interested in that. So, I mean, if you were watching for the few minutes that we got to do it, you saw there was a plane went by and something appeared, like right at the tail. It looked like a fish coming out to take a bite of a lure, but I don't know. I've got so many questions, and look, it was a tease, right? It was an absolute tease because I again, I don't want this to be a debate show. I don't want it to be argumentative. I don't want it to be like, yeah, well, look at this, blah blah blah. But I like, I want to know why were we filming the sky? I didn't get to ask that. Like, did we just randomly decide one day we're going to film the sky? Was he filming the planes? He just wanted to do that. And was this the first time he filmed the sky? I know he said that was the first one he saw, but was this the first day he saw the he decided to film the sky, and as soon as it happened, boom, he saw one. So many questions. So many questions. I promise y'all, I didn't do this. This was not done to tease, to try to snake, hook you, and I'm disappointed. But I mean, I'm not mad. Life happens. Things come up. Sounded like he had some motion going in the background. how that is. You got dogs, you got wives, some people, I don't know. But I just hope everything's okay. And now I'm even more intrigued. So maybe this is maybe this will help. Maybe you have questions that you already have for him. Go ahead and send them to me. I'll try to jot them down, and whenever we get back together, maybe things will work out. And like when I was talking to him before we went live, and he has all kinds of evidence that he's got. I feel like we got stood up. Not again, I'm not mad. I was just getting into it and getting excited and like, hey, I did see that. Where did that come from? And then he had to go. Well, such is life. Hey, thanks for tuning in. I don't know that I'm going to keep this one around because, well, incomplete. A lot like life, right? Oh, the questions I have. Hey, if you've got a show idea, let me know. Email me at freethinkpod@gmail. And I didn't know he was a ghost chaser too. We may talk to him about that sometime because I'm not gonna like. Look, again, it's not arguing. It's not a debate show. But if he's chasing ghosts, I'm gonna have to warn Les. Hey, you running with the devil, buddy. So be in touch with him. We'll reschedule this. We'll get it all done again. And thanks for tuning in. I'll tell you goodbye, but I got to figure out how to stop this train we're on. There we go. Well, if nothing else, you got to see the Morning Buzz studio, in case you've always wondered. I'll be in here bright and early tomorrow morning, 7 to 10 a.m. over at 389country.com. Until then, remember, wrestling's real. Politicians are fake. You guys have a good night.